So this is Officer Durda's body camera as he's responding to the call, and we can fast forward it to the point that they get to the scene. Judge, what immediately precedes that is Officer Durda takes an approach from the side using a house for cover. He enters where you see the shooting happen on the driveway, so he has to leave cover, exposing himself as he's trying to respond to the scene. It's important to note that this shooting happens after Mr. Sharp leaves the house. He could have easily have fled that area the same way he fled after he took that shot at Officer Durda. Instead, he waited for the police to arrive, waited for Officer Durda to expose himself, and then fired. You heard multiple rounds. Mr. Sharp evaded arrest, and then there was a several-hour manhunt for him that involved virtually every law enforcement agency in this county with state and federal agencies assisting. Several hours later, there was reports that he was seen at a vacant motel. Officers responded to that scene, and that's where Officer Hernandez was shot. And with the court's permission, I'd like to observe Officer Hernandez's body cam.
You may.
Recording.
Overall. Coming up anyway.
Judge, as you can see from Officer Hernandez's perspective, it's evident that nobody who was searching the back of that hotel saw Mr. Sharp. I mean, they're still just searching with lights when the gunshots rang out. Now, some of those gunshots you heard were one officer returning fire, but the first series were all shots fired by Mr. Sharp directed at the police officers. Both of those shootings could have been avoided. There was no confrontation between police officer and Mr. Sharp. And I don't mean to focus solely on the police officers. What happened to Mr. Charles Roscoe and Eric Sharp too was just as tragic. They were unarmed in their own home, surrounded, well, by someone they considered family when they lost their life. I think it's important for the court to look at how these crimes transpired. Eric Sharp was isolated from his grandfather's shooting. He was upstairs at a different time. Then things went downstairs. I'm sure Aaron Sharp could have just left. No one was going to tackle him, but he then took his grandfather's life. Officer Durda was separated in time and space. No threat from Officer Durda. He was essentially ambushed. The same for Officer Hernandez. Those, I think, are all facts that this court needs to look at when it imposes the appropriate sentence for each of those officers in terms of the range that's available. And I think it's important to look at that too when the court makes a determination whether the statutory findings are appropriate to impose consecutive sentences. And I'm going to leave that to the court's consideration. I think certainly the harm caused is great. But we were able to negotiate a plea where the sentencing is going to be up to this court. But I wanted the court to have a good frame of reference for how things transpired when it made that decision and applied the factors set forth in the revised code.